So today we're going to be going over a professional development session on small group instruction with our language arts adoption. It's our new-ish adoption. We've been doing it for 2 years now, and we've come to realize that one of the components that is most important right now is that small group workstation time. So we're going to be walking through how to, or what small group is, and then how to teach it. By the time we're done here today, you guys are going to be good to go. All right, so let's start. So today you're going to be able to determine small groups using the data from our last unit benchmark, and we're going to be able to plan a curriculum that will be able to differentiate for all your learners in your class. That way when you're doing small group, you can meet the needs of all of your students. By the end of this session, we have some goals. We will have a better understanding of small groups and workstation instruction. We'll have a variety of strategies to differentiate for all learners. We're going to be able to gather and create materials that will be used during this small group and workstation time. And we're going to be able to collaborate with our grade level and with cross-grade level groups in order to get some other strategies and ideas and materials from other grade levels. And we're also going to have the opportunity to further our professional development by signing up to work with our instructional language arts coach to co-teach a lesson and debrief. This is going to be a great opportunity to continue this session. So why small group instruction? So we sent out a needs assessment survey about different topics in language arts, and the overwhelmingly popular choice for our session was to work on this small group workstation time. Now, we have gotten to be familiar with the materials and the curriculum and the teacher's manual, and our students have become more familiar. But now we're at the part where we need to really refine that small group teaching, because this is a really powerful piece in the curriculum that we can really target our students and make sure that we're meeting their needs as best possible. So I have a short video that I'm going to show that goes over why small group in language arts is so important. So give me a minute while I cue that up. It was cued before we started, but what is the impact of small group work, and what does an ideal balance between the whole group look like?
All the time does not work. We have to know what those kids are. That small group is that precious time to make sure I'm giving instruction as well as guiding their practice. I don't know about ideal, but there's definitely a balance. Okay. And I think it depends on the teacher, it depends on the classroom, the group of students she has, the logistics of the particular school and the school day. But without a doubt, there needs to be both. There needs to be whole group time where the teacher is giving them a chance to hear and to model for them, and to give them a chance to interact and collaborate together while she has a chance, she or he has a chance to listen in. But then that small group time has to happen, because I can't get to everybody in that whole group. I don't know if everybody's getting it or not. I'm hoping they are. I mean, you know, we can all be Pollyanna and say, oh yeah, they got it. No, not necessarily. So we know they have to have that small group instruction where I can meet those students' needs and find out and readjust
you can see, this is a very important piece to our curriculum. We want to know that what we're teaching our classes is reaching every student. And we know that realistically, in order to do that, we are going to have to make sure that we have this small group time where we can meet all of those students' needs. So we're going to get our data from the small groups, and we're going to take that data and we're going to create our small groups for our own classes. So when you walk out of here today, you know who is in your small groups and you know which small groups you have. And we're going to make sure that we know what small group workstations look like. When you're working with your small group, what is the rest of the class doing? Because we need meaningful, quality activities and assignments for them as well. This is not free time. This is a very structured, planned time. So we will have time today to do that and get together in grade level teams to do that. And then we're also going to go over what materials are included in our curriculum, Benchmark Advance, and in the program there's already quite a few good resources that will help us plan for these different groups and the whole class while we're pulling those small groups. All right, so during our grade level planning time, I'm going to let you plan in just a minute. You're going to work as a team using the benchmark materials I've placed in the middle of your tables. There's also a basket of materials, sticky notes, markers, whatever you need to use. And there's the instructional coaches as well as some other staff that will be circulating to see if you need any help or support. But this is the time really for you to make your small groups from the data, from the previous unit, and then really come up with those small group differentiated plans. And then also come up with your whole class workstation activities so that by the time you leave here, you're ready to just jump into the small group workstation time. All right, go ahead and work with your group. I'll come around with the coaches and we'll, see how everything's going. And if you need any help or have any questions or things come up, please let us know as we walk around. All right, so you've been working as a team, and it was quite interesting to see all the ideas that you guys had. What was also interesting to see is how that varied by grade level. What happens in first grade looks a little different than in fifth grade, but you'd be surprised that a lot of the strategies and materials can be pretty similar, especially when we're talking about some of our learners that are really in need of some real support. So right now the activity is that we're going to split you up. We're going to get up out of our seats. We're going to move to the new table. You'll see the names in the center of the tables. That's going to be your new group. This group is designed to be mixed grade level, so you should have somebody, at least 1 to 2 people from lower grades and at least 1 to 2 people from the upper grades, so you can really collaborate and see, hey, are there some readers from second grade that might help my fifth grader? Oh, what strategies do you do for decoding in first or second grade that maybe we're not used to using in fifth grade, but we realize that some of our learners really need that skill and strategy. So this is the time to kind of see what materials and strategies each has so that we can add that to our collection of differentiated strategies to help our learners. So we're going to go for about 15 minutes or so. Go ahead and find your new group. Go. All right. All right. That was a wonderful time. And now we're going to go back to our original groups. So go ahead and go back to your grade level team, the same team you started with, because now you're going with not only what you've created and your plans, but you now have some extra resources and support from other grade levels. And we're going to go back to our original team. And this is the time for you to make and take. I want you to leave this session with all the materials you need to actually do your small group. Whether it's deciding what you're going to make a handout of, what anchor charts you might make, vocabulary cards you might add to the wall, any tools or strategies or things that you need to make and take with you so that when you leave here tomorrow, you can just jump right in and go. So that's our goal for this make and take session. So you have about the remainder of the session, which is about 45 minutes. We will get back together for the last two just to kind of check in and sign up for our co-teaching opportunity at the end. So go ahead and work with your teams. I will be around, the instructional coaches will be around, admin will be around. We'll all just be circulating. If you need any materials or if you need anything, let us know. We're here to support you. Go ahead. All right, you guys did an amazing job. I don't know that I've ever seen so many wonderful anchor charts and beautiful vocabulary cards. I saw, some grade levels, also finding pictures to go with their vocabulary. Excellent idea. So I hope that you all feel like this was a really useful, relevant, meaningful way to spend our professional development time this afternoon. I know our time is precious. And I hope you feel like this met your needs and was really worthwhile for you, and that you are able to now go into your classroom and do this small group workstation time, maybe a little stronger than we were, yesterday. But one of the things I want you to consider is signing up for the second piece to this session, which is that co-teaching part. You'll be co-teaching with the instructional assistant, and we'll be doing it as a grade level so that we all get to really work together to plan and implement and reflect on how our teaching goes. This is such a powerful way to get professional development in our time where, we're already at school, we're already teaching, and this is just one way to really, help us, really fine tune our craft in a wonderful way. So I'm right now it's an optional choice to further this session, but I would really, really hope that you would consider, as a grade level signing up. Our signups are going to be over in the corner. So on your way out the door, please just think about signing up. We have them going all this week. We'd love to see as many grade levels as possible. I know for some of the larger grade levels, we will split into two teams. So there would be like a first grade A and a first grade B team, so it's not too overwhelming. But please consider this as a really good, option to further your development. Does anyone have any questions, comments, things that you noticed or that you wanted to work on? Okay, well, then we will go to the survey. So if you guys could all get out your Chromebooks, most of you have them out anyway because of our make and take, but take your Chromebook, and if you could log into this link over here, it'll take you right to a survey. Just a couple quick questions just to let me know how you felt about the session, so that, we can take that information and plan future professional developments and really make sure that these sessions are working for all of us. There's nothing worse than feeling like you're wasting your time, and we really want to make sure that we're meeting your needs. And right now, this small group time, I think was really, really beneficial. I hope you did too. But if you could be really honest and accurate in your responses on the survey, that would be incredibly helpful. All right, well, thank you very much, and go small groups. All right.